In the aftermath of World War II, Japan lay in ruins, its cities decimated, its economy shattered, and its people struggling to rebuild their lives. But from the ashes of this destruction, a new Japan would emerge, one that would not only recover, but soar to unprecedented heights. How did a nation on the brink of collapse transform itself into an economic powerhouse in just a few short decades? What lessons can we learn from Japan's remarkable rise? And what do they tell us about the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead? At the heart of Japan's post-war economic miracle lies a simple yet revolutionary idea: the Toyota Production System, or TPS, developed by Taiichi Ohno, a brilliant engineer at Toyota Motor Corporation. TPS would redefine the very concept of efficiency in manufacturing. With its emphasis on just-in-time production, continuous improvement, and the elimination of waste, TPS allowed Toyota to produce high-quality vehicles at a fraction of the cost of its competitors. But how did Toyota's production system transform not only Japan's economy, but also global manufacturing standards? And can the principles that propelled Japan to success in the past help it overcome the challenges it faces today? To understand Toyota's impact, we must journey back to post-war Japan. In the wake of World War II, the country lay in ruins, its economy shattered. Yet, amid the rubble, a spark of ingenuity ignited at Toyota. The company's visionary leaders, Kiichiro Toyota and Taiichi Ohno, developed a groundbreaking approach to manufacturing known as the Toyota Production System, or TPS. At the heart of TPS was a concept that would redefine efficiency, just-in-time production. This concept broke away from the traditional model of maintaining large inventories. Instead, Toyota focused on producing goods in precise quantities, timed perfectly to meet current demand. By doing so, the company drastically cut down on excess inventory and the costs associated with storage and overproduction. This lean manufacturing approach not only minimized waste, but also enhanced efficiency and flexibility, enabling Toyota to adapt quickly to changes in market demand and maintain a competitive edge. But just-in-time production was just one piece of the puzzle. Toyota also embraced a philosophy of continuous improvement known as Kaizen. Every worker, from the factory floor to the boardroom, was empowered to identify and solve problems, constantly refining processes and products. This relentless pursuit of perfection propelled Toyota to unprecedented levels of quality and innovation. For example, in the 1960s, Toyota introduced the Andon system, a visual aid used on the factory floor to alert workers and supervisors of any issues in the production process. If a worker noticed a problem, they could pull an Andon cord to halt production, allowing the issue to be addressed immediately. This system empowered employees to take direct action to prevent defects and improve processes, embodying the Kaizen philosophy of continuous improvement. The Andon system became a cornerstone of Toyota's quality control practices and contributed to the company's reputation for producing reliable vehicles. As Toyota's success grew, so too did Japan's economic might. The company's methods spread like wildfire, transforming industries across the nation. Other Japanese firms, from electronics giants to steel manufacturers, adopted TPS principles, fueling a period of explosive growth that became known as the Japanese economic miracle. Japan's rise sent shockwaves around the world. Global manufacturers, once dismissive of Japanese products, found themselves scrambling to catch up. Many made pilgrimages to Toyota's factories, eager to learn the secrets of TPS. The ripple effects of Toyota's innovations could be felt in every corner of the globe, as companies from Detroit to Dusseldorf raced to implement just-in-time production and Kaizen practices. After witnessing the success of Toyota's methods, Ford Motor Company began to incorporate just-in-time production in the 1980s. Ford restructured its manufacturing processes to reduce inventory costs and increase efficiency, learning from Toyota's example. This shift was part of Ford's broader effort to revitalize its operations and remain competitive in a global market increasingly influenced by Japanese manufacturing techniques. By the 1990s, BMW too had integrated just-in-time into its assembly lines, optimizing its supply chain to reduce waste and increase production efficiency. BMW's commitment to continuous improvement through Kaizen was evident in the company's focus on quality control and precision engineering, helping it maintain its reputation for producing high-performance vehicles. And even Dell, the American computer manufacturer, applied just-in-time production principles to its build-to-order model. By producing computers only after receiving customer orders, Dell minimized inventory and reduced costs. As Japan's industrial success reached its peak in the 1980s, the nation was celebrated for its rapid economic growth and technological advancements. Companies like Toyota were at the forefront of this boom, revolutionizing global manufacturing with their innovative practices. However, by the early 1990s, cracks began to appear in Japan's economic armor. The burst of the Japanese asset price bubble in 1991 marked the beginning of what would become known as the Lost Decade. Economic growth stalled, and Japan entered a prolonged period of stagnation. The very factors that had driven Japan's success, such as a highly disciplined workforce and strong corporate loyalty, started to contribute to its challenges. The aging population and declining birth rates created demographic pressures, while the once dynamic corporate culture became increasingly rigid and slow to adapt to new global realities. Japan entered a deflationary spiral in the 1990s, where falling prices led to reduced consumer spending and business investment, further slowing economic growth. Despite efforts by the government and the Bank of Japan to stimulate the economy, deflation persisted for much of the decade. The country's GDP growth rate averaged just 1.1% per year during the 1990s, a stark contrast to the rapid growth of previous decades. Traditional practices like lifetime employment and seniority-based promotion hindered Japanese companies' ability to adapt quickly to changing market conditions. For example, Sony, once a symbol of Japanese innovation, struggled to compete with more agile rivals like Apple and Samsung in the 2000s, resulting in a decline in market share and profitability. In the face of these challenges, can Japan recapture the spirit of innovation that once propelled it to greatness? The answer may lie in the very principles that Toyota pioneered decades ago. Over time, Japan's corporate culture has become more risk-averse, prioritizing stability over experimentation. This cautious approach has limited the willingness of companies to invest in bold, new ventures or disruptive technologies, slowing down innovation and growth. While Kaizen emphasizes continuous improvement, many Japanese companies have clung to outdated work practices, such as long working hours and inflexible work arrangements. These practices can reduce productivity and employee morale, hindering the kind of dynamic, iterative progress that Kaizen encourages. To revive its economy, Japan must embrace the lessons of its past while adapting to the realities of the present. Just as Toyota once revolutionized manufacturing, Japanese companies today must harness the power of emerging technologies, from artificial intelligence to the Internet of Things. By integrating TPS principles with cutting-edge innovations, Japan can create a new paradigm of agile, responsive, and sustainable production. But technology alone is not enough. Japan must also rekindle the Kaizen mindset, fostering a culture of continuous improvement across all sectors of society. This means breaking down hierarchies, encouraging creativity, and empowering individuals at every level to drive change. This is the Japan that Toyota's legacy inspires, a nation that doesn't just adapt to change, but embraces it, that doesn't just follow trends, but sets them. A nation that once again becomes a beacon of innovation, not just in manufacturing, but in every field of human endeavor. The world is watching, waiting to see if Japan can rise to the challenge. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked that video, then please consider subscribing. And if you want to see more like that, then head on over to the channel where you can find more deep dives into movies, media, and culture. Thanks.